Okay, so let's talk about something huge in higher education today. What are universities actually for? Is their main job to push the boundaries of human knowledge through pure research, or is it to equip you with the skills you need to land a great job? This is a massive question, so let's dive in. For decades, really, this whole debate has been framed as this big clash between two totally different camps. On one side, you have the classic ivory tower, the university as a sanctuary for deep thinking and intellectual discovery. And on the other, you've got this idea of the job factory, a place that's all about churning out graduates who are ready for the workforce from day one. All right, so this is the big question, right? What's the main role of higher education in the world we live in now? In this explainer, we're going to break down this argument and really look at what's at stake for everyone involved. So let's start with the traditional side of things, the power of pure research. This is the case for the university as a place driven purely by the pursuit of knowledge. So the core mission here, from this perspective, is pretty straightforward. It's all about exploring the big unanswered questions, testing out new theories, and just, well, deepening our understanding of the world. The argument is that a university's fundamental role is to fuel intellectual progress no matter what. And this is where it gets really interesting. When a university has a strong research focus, it creates this incredible, positive feedback loop. See, big discoveries, they attract top-tier funding. That funding helps secure the best faculty in the world. A great faculty boosts the university's global reputation, which in turn attracts the most talented students. It all feeds into itself and ultimately drives long-term progress for society. And this quote really nails it. It's about building the foundations on which future technologies and social systems are built. So you see, the argument is that this kind of research isn't just an academic exercise. It is literally the bedrock for everything that comes next. And you don't have to look far for proof. So many of the world's most massive breakthroughs started out not in some corporate R&D department, but right inside a university lab. We're talking about foundational work in renewable energy, in medicine, and even in artificial intelligence. Okay, but now let's pivot. Let's look at the other side of the coin, the huge demand for practical, real-world skills. This is the argument for a job-ready education. And this really gets to the heart of the critique. It's a simple but powerful question. Are graduates actually ready for the workplace? Because for a lot of people, a degree should be more than just a credential. It should be proof that you can contribute from day one. The big critique here is that universities have kind of become disconnected from what's actually happening in the job market. There's this feeling that they're teaching high-level theory, but employers are desperate for people with practical skills. And you can really see the gap here. What's often taught in theory, deep research skills, academic analysis, isn't always what's most valued by employers. They're looking for things like teamwork, practical problem solving, and just solid digital literacy. There's a mismatch. And the result of that mismatch? Well, you get graduates who have a ton of knowledge, but they lack the skills to actually apply it effectively in a real job. The point is, knowledge is fantastic, but without the ability to apply it, its value is pretty limited in the modern economy. So, where does that leave us? How do we strike the right balance? Is it possible to forge a new model for the modern university that does both? Well, the proposed solution we're looking at isn't about throwing out research entirely, not at all. It's about letting the pendulum swing more towards practical education. It's a rebalancing act, really. And the key concept here is something called integrated education. It's an approach where you weave practical training directly into the academic programs. The goal is to let students learn and apply their knowledge at the same time. It's not one or the other. It's both, together. And this gives us a pretty clear three-step pathway to get there. Step 1, you absolutely retain that core research. You don't get rid of it. But then step 2, you integrate real-world projects right into the curriculum. And step 3, you actively foster collaboration with industry. It's a roadmap to that balance. Okay, so let's wrap this up by talking about why this debate really matters. Because this isn't just some abstract conversation for academics. The stakes are incredibly high for students, for industries, and for society as a whole. Because at the end of the day, the source here argues that the number one purpose of a university should be to equip each and every student to thrive beyond academia. It's about preparing you for what comes next. And when universities get this right, it creates this fantastic positive cycle. You have student success, which leads to industry innovation, which in turn fuels societal progress. Each one feeds the next. It benefits everyone. So here's the key takeaway. By aligning research with practice, you can preserve the academic integrity of the university, and you can ensure that graduates are actually ready to go out and make a meaningful contribution. It's not a choice between the two, it's a synthesis of both. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. In our complex, constantly changing world, if a university could guarantee you walked away with just one skill, what should that one skill be?